My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Monster Train 2! Random, and random. Gives us, ooh, Lazarus League Exile, hell yeah, I haven't played much Baron Grail. And Pireborn with 2 copies of Alchemy in the base deck, I think I know what I'm doing with those. Plague Doctor as well, hell yeah. 2 Amber 1 size on strike, apply unstable equal to the damage dealt. We also have Winged Spirit again, and It's Alive! 2 copies of Advance, and apply Lifesteal 1 and 10 damage to a friendly unit. Seraph Eternus is the chosen of Entropy, so we can have to worry about silences. So Baron Grail adds all these erratic assistants to hand. Plague Doctor would love to have additional damage added to it. Baron Grail can sacrifice assistants in order to gain their damage, or whenever Baron Grail is equipped, trigger 8 additional damage to friendly units, which is both itself as well as the Plague Doctor. Seems more relevant, I'll take that. Oh wow, Purified Soul Shard. Unit cards without upgrades cost -1. That means, oh no! Erratic assistants already cost enough. Oh wait, but the Bloated Whelps will cost 1. Yeah, that's... Most of the cards in my deck now cost 0. And also, the Alchemies, being the only 3 costs in there, totally okay by me. Merchant of Magic with a Pireborn, Merchant of Magic with a Lazarus League. I'd probably go to both of those. Upgrading those Alchemies heavily is really important to me. I want to be able to get 6 at least, but ideally 8 out of them every fight. Big old alchemy. Not necessarily a huge fan of seeing the Alchemy Cyclist by right there. Titan Skin prevents the Bloated Whelp from being able to take out bottom line. That said, I do still want to get rid of it. I don't want to draw it again. I set up my kill floor on the top floor here because I... One second. Yeah, I set up the kill floor on the top floor. Spear Steward should have gone down before that. I set up the kill floor on the top floor because it's important to me that I manage to play both of my alchemies. So I'm going to need additional time to draw back to it. Which I just assumed was going to be the case from the start of the fight. Because it's the worst case scenario and it's worth planning around it. Yes. Oh, I can't wait to get a quick attack modifier for the Plague Doctor. Multicast would be great as well. Perfect. Next turn, we draw the other alchemy. That'll do it. I just have to take 2 fire damage to afford it. Nice. Twist Assistant, Graft, Twisted Back, the ability to give Trample to a unit, as well as on strike gain Rage too. That's huge. Oh my god, that's so good. I have to take it. Golden Touch. Golden Touch is really good here just because it's both a good, like, consistent backline damage target, so I can use it if I upgrade it appropriately to get rid of the silences in the final fight, but also it helps augment the additional alchemies. And also, it means going to a Merchant of Magic, I have a lot better upgrades that I can take. This is happy to take, like, you know, -2 costs, consume as well as remove consume. Obviously, that's also pretty good on alchemy. The things that alchemy doesn't want to take can be taken by the Golden Touch, though, like holdover or plus 10 damage. Save this. Looted after the end of the next battle. I really do want both a Merchant of Steel and a Merchant of Magic early. Maybe I can go Merchant of Steel, Empyrean well after. Because Merchant of Steel is hugely important exclusively for getting the Plague Doctor quick and multi-strike, which, like, equipment can also give me. Spell Chain double stack. Let's have a look at the Lazarus League units. Oh, wow. Hulking Mass. God, I want you so bad. I want you to be good. First step in making that happen is making it happen. I almost feel more comfortable with a reroll here. Maybe it's -2 cost consume on Golden Touch, and then Spell Chain it. Nothing to double stack, unfortunately. Oh, consume removal would have been so good. Start a battle, any minutes per each floor, that's fine. That's what the Bloated Whelps are for. I do really want Hulking Mass, Plague Doctor, and Baron Grail to cohabitate. Can't really happen here, unfortunately. Gonna have to find just chump blockers for Baron Grail, basically, it looks like at the moment. Oh, hell, yes. Oh, if I had 2 Bloated Whelps, I think I'd throw those on the mid lane. But with only 1... Oh, actually, we have enough to play Alchemy as well as the Golden Touch here. Hell yeah. Let's also chump with some erratic assistance on each floor. Grab a little additional equipment that way. Twist Assistant front. I want the other one dead too. I don't need to play the other alchemy because I've already got full Dragon Horde. Oh, hell yeah. Bloated Whelp explode. Bloated Whelp explode. love to be able to play the Vengeful Shard. I'm going to be losing Baron Grail right now. I guess I'll Chump Block instead. Spear Steward some decent defense there. There's so many different things I should have done this turn. Lifesteal goes on the bottom line or goes on the top line before I attack. I think it goes on the top line before and then I do that. No, but then I have to move you for... Oh, but I do have It's Alive, so I can... Yeah, okay. So It's Alive in the draw means this is the right order. Five spikes. There we go. Just enough. Literally, they die to the unstable. That said, I hardly care. My Dragon's Sword is up to 8. That's all I want it to be. Oh god. Overworked Assistant. Reanimate 1 with Incant. Gain Unstable 4. It does what I do with the Plague Doctor, but it does it with Incants, which is not really something we're set up for at all. I don't think I do that. I don't think I need a second Twisted Assistant. I also don't think the Potion Kit makes that much sense right now. Realistically, it's just a bad way to give Baron Grail some stats, and then it gives me a single thing, a single mix, and then I get rid of it. I'll take the money on that one. Wealthy Whelp. Gain 5 gold for each Dragon Horde. I think putting that on the top line, just behind Baron Grail with the Plague Doctor, makes a lot of sense. After using an ability, friendly units gain armor 3. I quite like that as well, because the Wealthy Whelp will be giving that consistently, but is Ember Charge better? Not really, I've got a lot. When an enemy unit ascends, they gain Fire Gel 2. Honestly, I think that's incredible because it means the Bloated Whelps just kill on line 2 as well. We'll start with that. Monstrosities enter with Spike 7. Yeah, I'll just do that. 7 spikes for Hulking Mass. Unstable Fire Sparks is fine. Just turns all of our stewards into bombs, but that's not especially important for us, to be fair. I think contingency plans. Also, that's the first time I've taken that relic. There's definitely a lot of rooms that are relevant to us as well. Holdover Spell Chain, eh? I don't think lifesteal each turn and plus 10 damage each turn makes sense unless I'm attacking quickly. I think I lower the cost of one of the alchemies and then I have to re-roll fully. That sucks. I'm gonna drop Holy Stone on one of them. That sucks so bad. We've literally missed all of the ones that could be relevant in any way. Intrinsic -1 cost is huge. Consume removal is obviously the real one that we're looking for. Maybe I'm too narrow because it's literally those two are the most impactful. Yeah, I think I was looking too narrowly. It's unfortunate. Guildmonger. I mean, mice are on the top floor, actually, I think makes a lot of sense. It's another one-size unit I can just throw up there. Guildmonger. I'll take you instead, actually. Gain a random graft unit or graft a random equipment on a unit. I think graft a random equipment on a unit and probably put it on the Plague Doctor. I can put it on Guildmonger, then Guildmonger would give it back when it dies. Overgrowth Carapace is what the Plague Doctor chose to graft. To the Plague Doctor. I mean, it's a plus 20/20 stat line if it goes off once. It will be growing one at the end of this turn. I do need to leave additional space for summoning units, so I can't throw everyone down here. Okay, Wealthy Whelp, top line. Now you save our size from that. Load, explode it. Load, explode it. Load, explode it. Load, explode it. And then a single Scissor Hands for the top line. Trigger the Carapace, of course. I do think capacity makes a lot of sense for me. Spear Steward hits bottom line, so that I can Golden Touch and Golden Touch, taking down 2. Get an Alchemy, getting us to 4 Dragon Sword. Then I'm going to pop my first Wealthy Whelp trigger. I think we're a bit beyond Baron Grail being part of this build anymore. Thank you, Wealthy Whelp, for the money. Double hits alive at the top line makes the most sense to me. if with Lifesteal and Carapace we can get our top line to manage by itself, everything will be okay. Sadly, we can get a maximum move 7 from our current setup with 2 Alchemy, 2 Dragon Sword, 2 Dragon Sword from Gold Touch and 1 from Guildmonger, but that's enough to get all of the most important loot. Give Lifesteal, double Lifesteal and Trample to there. And that'll do it. Get him! Spike of the League. I mean, we can reduce cooldown on someone. That's kind of relevant for the wealthy moneymaker. But Spike of the League is reanimate for the hulking mass. I'm gonna say something extremely unkind here. Fire-Blooded, why do you suck so much? 2 Ember. A 5/10 stat line, so nothing to write home about in any way, shape, and form. In fact, it's very bad. Cooldown 3, gain damage equal to the Pyogel stacks on all units. Only all units on this floor. We don't put Pyogel on our own units, almost ever. So, only when you're versing an enemy who is already insanely weak is just ready to fall over because of the Pyogel you put on them, does Fire-Blooded get anything from it? And it does it once every 3 turns. What an abysmal rare. It's also hot-headed. Hot-head, rather. 1 Ember, 2 size, ability breathing, fire breathing, that is. It's good. It's really good. It's just really good. It's really good. And Pincushion. Grr. Equipped, gain +3/+3 permanently, and I do have a lot of equipment. Only problem is obviously the equipment does want to go on Baron Grail, so I'll take Hothead. We are going to want a Hothead floor. I think there's a reasonable argument here to say that I should go Capacity, so that I have the ability to place a hulking mass in front of Baron Grail, as well as Plague Doctor and Wealthy Whelp. Draw's obviously also ridiculous, considering most of our deck is 0 costs. I think I could get away with taking Draw first, especially if this Merchant of Steel has a mini stone. Increase max amp by 2, you gotta. Equipping a friendly unit resource into full health, cool. Baron Grail's constantly gonna have full health. Unfortunately, full health for him is 10. Hothead will want upgrades eventually, so I just have to hit you with that and be happy about it. And then Hulking Mass, you also will want upgrades. Titanite to keep Hot-Headed alive much longer seems pretty good. Reanimate 1 to get the Hulking Mass. To reanimate twice because it has dualism's really good as well. And I'll hold for the rest. Damage on Plague Doctor is really good, but realistically, you want quick. You want quick and you want multi-strike, and you want them yesterday. Empyrean Well for duping is realistically another golden touch. Front non-boss enemy in each wave gains reanimate. Let's see if that matters at all. Okay, I'm going to do this a different way. Rather than scaling damage from Plague Doctor, I'm going to use Baron Grail behind Hothead to scale Hothead's damage for clearing lines. And then Hulking Mass. Actually, you'll be top line with Plague Doctor behind you. And I'll play Plague Doctor as soon as I can. I don't need to play it in the opening anymore because it's not getting buffed from start. This midline is sack a Guildmonger. I want to have enough space to also be able to sack some assistance in those areas. So instead of playing these Shield Stewards, I will not. Plague Doctor hits the top line. You're going to be growing. Spike of the League. Probably need to use Hothead for the first cycle. We just sack loaded whelps and get the Twisted Assistant to die as well because its equipment's going to be very good. Top line's already handled. Midline less so? I think I'm going to use It's Alive just to get the Collector in the right position for this midline. Wealthy Whelp just collect some money. I think I also want Hothead to do more damage, so I'm both going to give you additional lifesteal and trample, and then allow you to strike all enemies twice. Not striking them, actually. You would benefit from Avarice hitting those enemies, but you don't trigger your gain rage from the Twisted Back. Sadly, that's the best golden touch is going to get for us. Blow up these two whelps and set up some chumps. So we're going to have to send a Ravenous Zealot up to the top line, which is going to do a significant amount of damage. Really, really not what we want. Actually, I think due to instability, it only ever gets to hit me once. Yeah, even though it reanimated with lower health than the instability trigger, so it just dies. 1, 2. So we're up to 9? 9? 8. How am I up to 8 if I have 2 golden touches in the deck? One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, because Guildmonger's not dead is why I'm not on 9. Right. I gotta make sure that man dies. Kill the man! Ruin him! Destroy his life! Unfortunately, putting it in the front line also gave it lifesteal there. I'm gonna see what... Okay, yeah. Get him that far. That's exactly how far you need to get him, Hothead. Perfect. We get another trigger of Wealthy Whelp, and our top line is ready to eviscerate Corin the Judge. We get one more Guildmonger trigger. One more Dragon's Horde, that is, from Guildmonger. Risky operation. Reduce a friendly unit to 1 health. Apply 10 damage and lifesteal 2. I like the idea of this a lot. It doesn't seem like there's that many units that are really happy to use it, though. Mixology, mix twice. Organ Harvester, Slay, Reanimate 1. That would be an incredible piece of equipment on Hulking Mass, who would apply Dualism to it and also comes in with spikes, so would be triggering it. Another Wealthy Whelp? I want it. Do I need it? Maybe Pyroclasm just have a spell that's worth upgrading in a different direction. Yeah, Pyroclasm just so I have a spell that's worth upgrading in a different direction. So we get, for being at 9, an additional minor artifacts. A random one as well. When you equip a friendly unit like Conduit Fog, Baron Grail's gonna have a lot of Conduit. Spells have 3 additional damage for each upgrade on their card. I really like that because it increases the range of the Golden Touch by 6 here. Medallion of Superiority is... Look, I'll take a Medallion of Superiority. It's just less important than taking a Sizzling Firecracker right now. That's fun. Vola's Tuning Fork starter cards cost -1. Well, my starter cards cost 0. Friendly units gain Avarice 2 from Golden Gloves. Probably worth getting sooner than Life Insurance. Courtesy of it gives us money, and money gives us power, and then power gives us the ability to run fights in an unoptimal way in order to get even more money, in order to get even more power. Just cycle back and forth that way. Merchant of Steel has like 1 hit for me at this point. I will say, duping another Golden Touch is certainly fine. Nothing wrong with getting another Golden Touch out of this deck. Also, quick and multi-strike are like make or break. I have to still look for them. Do I endless? Do I endless the Guildmonger? If I do, I also give it +20. There's no reason to endless it without that. I think I do. Plus 15. No one cares about holding on to plus 15 damage. Wow, Smidgestone and Dualism. I can't use them at all. Oh, butts. That's so garbage. Oh. Entropic Crystal, upgrade a spell with triple stack. I don't really have spells that want that right now, I don't think. I mean, Spike of the League, at least. I could also give Spike of the League -4 to its cost, giving the ability for it to just pump out a huge amount. I mean, realistically, if I am gonna take this, it's triple stack on Spike of the League, and I'm gonna find a way to use it. I mean, it's a good card. It's just not. It's not really what I want right now. I do have to take the additional Golden Touch, even if I want to avoid it. Also, it's time to start removing some cards from this deck. Get the Shield Stewards out of here first, noting that they can't really afford to be played ever. I'd love to also cut some Bloated Whelps, but realistically, they are just zero-cost consumes right now, so they're pretty easy to get past. Okay, yeah, but they are still the worst cards in the deck now, so I can remove them. I definitely need to go Capacity. Organ Harvester comes out just in time. Get rid of the Entropic Crystal from this hand. If I could Chump Block in a way that would keep the Wealthy Whelp alive, I'd do it, but I can't. So for that reason, exclusively, I won't. I can hit Hothead's ability, but I still want to wait until I have an additional piece of equipment. Nice. Incredibly effective. I want to pre-heal because this Ravenous Zealot is going to get up to the top line. Golden Touch, Golden Touch. Set hands for damage. Alchemy. Kidding me? How? I can't use Pyroclasm. One golden touch is enough for the top line. I have to do that, though. As much as I want to use every and anything else. Evidently, I'm not good enough at dealing damage to the Rabbit and Zealots at the moment. Get him! Well. Good explosion. Rabbit and Zealot will be dealt with by the top line. Also, you already have 11 reanimate. I don't need to hit you with the Spike of the League. It's alive for this line, though, for additional HP, I think is really relevant. I do want Guildmonger to die on the next line, if possible. And my top floor is more than comfortable enough. I'm good enough on top floor already. I'll play Calcified Ember, let that burn out of the deck. And then just collect the win. I'd love to get some additional Pyre Remains, because I'm allowed to be very greedy right now, but I also need to make sure it doesn't kill me. Second copy of Organ Harvester. Do I have a second unit who wants to use it? Does Hothead want it? Kinda. The real reason I want to take a second copy of it, Weaponized Prosthetic, a good way to remove a piece of equipment from Baron Grail as well as pump him up and then put more equipment on him. The reason I want another Organ Harvester is literally just so that I can get it in the opening hand, well, not opening hand, the first couple of hands consistently for the Hulking Mass. But I can also just do that with an upgrade. I'll take Weaponized Prosthetic, sure. Payoff, huge. Restore for each health, I need that. Stuck up, well, avarice to friendly units is nice, but gimme payoff, I need that, thank you. Looting the Dragon's Horde, it is full at the moment as well. When a unit gains Pyogel, it gains 1 additional stacks. Pretty happy to have that. After using an ability, friendly units gain armor 3. That's pretty good for just getting armor out of exploding my own whelps, as well as the wealthy whelp. Two additional energy on turn 1 can sometimes be relevant, but let's take Sail Shelf first. First room card, Lady Each Battles Blaze Wall Floors. I have no room cards yet, so we have the ability to take pretty huge advantage of that. Pyre Remains is next to a Merchant of Magic, but it's opposite a Merchant of Trinkets with money and a possible room card. I want capacity, but if I go for the Merchant of Arms, I'm really looking for deployable equipment and room cards. I need the Pyre health right now. Yeah, I figured Hall of Mirrors would probably turn up. I don't want it. it goes to all floors, which is why I don't want it. Stoke Plate Mail, silence a unit. Don't really want to silence any of my units. I'll roll here. There's the carapace. Damn. I have 3, 1, so my deployment ember. Like, I'd love to summon Hothead, Hulking Mass, Baron Grail, and then a Bloodthirsty Blade equipped to a Organ Harvester on the Hulking Mass, because it will just be farming additional damage and it'll just become a pretty good unit over time. I'm also just going to take Sacrificial Chamber for getting 10 gold anytime an enemy dies, because it's on every floor. Discarded Wings, that's huge. This gives me the ability to overstack a floor. This is incredible. I think Hulking Mass needs to wear these. Gives me the ability to summon the Plague Doctor by itself, let it just grow with its Overgrowth Carapace every turn, and then fly up a Hulking Mass to defend it after it's huge. We're pretty far ahead of the game at the moment. I need to exploit the hell out of this before this stops being powerful. Given what we just did to the Plague, the Hulking Mass, it makes it much easier to summon and move you. I feel like I'm actually much better served now by summoning Plague Doctor and Guildmonger as my first two. I'm ready for Hulking Mass and Shield Bearer later. Additional deployment ember would obviously be incredible for us. Hulking Mass gets summoned. I do need to get back to and play Alchemy, of course. I think my Hulking Mass is going to gain enough. Maybe big spike of the League on Guildmonger? Yeah. That midline's pretty threatening. Get him, Hothead. Baron... Guildmonger, rather. I think I can send my Hulking Mass up now. But then that's just a bunch of lifesteal and additional damage to the frontline unit. I want to play the Alchemy, but I also really want to play the merged equipment. I'm going to fit you between them, get as many sacrificial units as I can on that line. hang on. I'll remove your prosthetic first. Perfect. Then sit back, trample. Seven damage to a single unit. 19. How much health does it end up going to the top line with? Take 78 here from the Plague Doctor explosion. Still Pyogelled. At the end of the turn, you would still get plus 12 damage as well as lifesteal. Lifesteal wouldn't be relevant. You'd get plus 12 damage. You'd be able to hit me 2 times directly in the pyre. That's pretty damn bad. What can I do about that bastion, though? I can stop it eating another unit. Certainly seems relevant. And then I can throw 27 damage at you a couple of times. I can throw 27, 27, and 27. Just short of being able to take out the Chosen Bastion anyway, so I can't take it out. So I want to make sure that it dies within a single attack then. Which means leaving it with less than 70 health. Which I think means I need to hit you once more now, right? 152. Yeah. I really wish I was using these golden touches for their intended purpose. Goes up, hits us for 21, dies. I mean, there's a sacrificial chamber. Lay out entropic crystals as well. I'm gonna golden touch my own Guildmonger twice on top line, I think. There we go, now I'm up to 9 Dragon Sword. Almost a respectable amount. These Chosen Bastion Scarred Sentinel. Oh. How are we gonna do this? Welcome back to the top line. Cherub will explode before it gets to be used. Oh no. yeah. I didn't look closely enough at that. The Chosen Bastion also has 15 Titan skin on it. And so it got to 70 health. It was ready to die to the pyre if it took 15 more damage. That's so... It was so close. It's so close to greatness. That's so sad. I finally had a run where the hulking mass was doing stuff. Those Chosen Bastions are hard for this build to deal with. Yeah, basically, if the two, it's like two 200 units, two 200 health units in a row that you have to deal with there at the same time, unfortunately. The first of which reveals the ability to even attack the Bastion. The fact that the Bastion is second in line and has the 15 Titan skin on it, which means that when you kill the frontline unit, it's revealed to keep taking all of the lifesteal and additional damage triggers. Oh, it's nasty. Of course, how much more damage would I have even been capable of giving to the top line on that turn? My deck doesn't really generate damage in the middle of fights. It scales consistently and then tries to have that be enough. I don't know if flying the hulking mass to a different area would have been good enough, but it is possible I wouldn't have even had the ability to defend myself that turn. Which, admittedly, though unfortunate, does make me feel slightly better if I didn't have a different way that turn to have played, to have actually kept my units around, and my pyre at the same time. Alas, with that swift gut check from Kale, I'll be headed back to the outpost to check what's going on in the barracks.
What do we do now? I'm running out of space here, and half of these patients aren't even for me.
Where's Mary? We need more hands. I'm here, but I'm out of the supplies you asked for, and there's a line of patients right out the door.
Hey, guys, one of the patients just exploded in the clinic room.
What in the blazes is going on here?
Master Areki, we have a little situation. There's too many patients, and some of them have issues we don't even know how to fix.
All right. All of you, step aside. I'm taking over this operation. I gave you some infernal antacid that should get rid of your heartburn. Ah, and you, just as I thought, mushroom spore allergies. I'll give you a little bit of Lazarus serum. It should help with your sniffles. And you don't need a deep cleaning. You were just born with golden teeth.
Really? Wow, I've hit a gold mine.
And that was all of them. Honestly, what would you do without me?
Thank you, Master. We're really sorry. It just got so chaotic so quickly.
It's not like I have a choice, is it? If I leave you lot to it, everything would be in shambles by the morning.
Hooray! Master Areki's back!
Now, back to work, all of you. And try not to blow anything else up while I'm here. Yes, Master. The chaos. The adrenaline. Now that I missed. Who needs peace and quiet anyway?
For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Monster Train 2. Top left is a serious playlist for all my content on the Game Pass, present and future. YouTube recommendations down below. Streaming past the names of the people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsyPlays. And I'll put the thank to and a special thanks this episode to Matthew. Hopefully you'll have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.